Well guys, do I have a treat for you today. I was going to wait for the 1st of April to do this reveal, but I'm just too excited. It's got to go out today. And I think you guys deserve to know when I'm making big changes like this. So you know I've been talking about how much I absolutely love my KLR 650. It works fantastic, but last year watching Melon ride around on that light Honda kind of got me thinking. And this year I've decided to go with a super ultra lightweight version of his. I think I'm really going to be able to kick his butt on the trails now. Anyway, that's enough preamble. Let's get to it. What have I done? This. There it is. My new to me CRF 110F. There's a lot of pros to going a route like this. It's very inexpensive to buy new. It's ultralight. It's amazing on fuel. And it has really, really low maintenance costs. So going forward, I think I'm really going to be able to save a lot by going this route. Even tires for it are cheap. They're just tiny little things and they don't cost very much. So I think I'm going to see a big savings. Now, there are some sacrifices with going this route too, and I think that those should be made mention of. The first one being the lack of ground clearance now. You know, I'm used to having a fair bit more ground clearance than that. So that's an issue. And I'm gonna have to look for a skid plate for it because the way the muffler comes right off the bottom of the cylinder head like that is a little sketchy. The second thing that I've noticed that might be a bit of a downside is how cramped it is for the rider. There's not much space there in the cockpit when I get all my luggage on. So that's something I'm gonna have to get used to too. I've given up a spot for a passenger. There's no way I can get Mrs. Mason on there now. Actually, I shouldn't say there's no way. That might be worth a try later, but right now I'm thinking that likely isn't going to happen. And the other thing that it's lacking is a headlight. But I mean, you know, you just make sacrifices when you go super ultra lightweight. There's really nothing you can do about it. Another nice thing about it is the fact I can pick it up and I can just carry it over obstacles. If I come up against a log, you know, the lack of ground clearance maybe isn't that much of an issue. I can just pick it up. I'll step over the log, put it back down, carry on. I mean, those are great things. Melon said to me the other day, you know, aren't you worried about the fact that you can't go through much more than about 4 inches of water? And I said, no, I'll just pick it up and walk around it. So, I mean, overall, I'm not really that concerned with the fact that it's lower. It's just the fact that it's so lightweight. I think it's going to be really nimble on the trails. I'm going to be able to do a lot more single track this year. That's something that I've been excited about doing. And other than that, you know, it's a pretty robust little rig. I have mounted my luggage on the back and I've got my tank bag on there. As you can see, my mount for the Garmin isn't great yet, but I think it'll get me by. I've got a spot here to plug in my phone. And I've solved the headlight issue too, in true KLR form with a couple zip ties. And I think that's going to shed lots of light. I really don't see it being an issue. I'll come up with some kind of a flashy strobe for the back, just so Melon doesn't run into me once we hit, you know, dawn or dusk. Just going to go over some of the specs for those of you that are interested. It's a 109cc air-cooled single. It's a 4-stroke. It's a 4-speed transmission with an automatic clutch. So it's going to be a lot easier on the wrist, you know, clutching along, clutching up those steep hills. Now I don't have to worry about that. I just lay on the throttle. I may have to paddle a little bit with my feet, and if it gets really steep, I'll just pick it up and walk up. A 9:1 compression ratio. It's a 2-valve, fuel injection, 9mm throttle bore. So I mean, in a lot of ways, it's a big step forward. I think I'm going to see some good results. It's got 31mm telescopic fork and 3.9 inches of wheel travel. The other thing, for those of you that maybe aren't tall and have always struggled with the height of these ADV bikes, this one has a seat height of 25.9 inches. So that's going to really save costs when it comes to lowering links and that sort of stuff. It weighs 170 pounds, including all the equipment and fuel, and it carries 1 gallon of gas. And actually, you know, I've been complaining about the ground clearance, but surprisingly, the ground clearance is a staggering 6.7 inches. So that's not bad either. I think it's a great idea. We're gonna give it a shot and see how it goes. But I think Melon might be in a bit of trouble. Even Benham. I mean, I know Benham's got the horsepower, but man, am I light now. We'll see what happens going forward. Anyway, guys, just wanted to let you in on what I was doing. I'm pretty excited about it. That's my new CRF 110F ADV bike. My ultra lightweight, super go anywhere, even climb a ladder with it under your arm. I think this is a good thing. Melon One's definitely in trouble. I'm gonna be able to keep right up. And even Benham with that 701 might be wishing I had stayed on the KLR. Yeah, look out, fellas. I'm coming for you. That's it for me, guys. I'll see you next week. Have a great April, and stay tuned for the next one. Bye for now. Mason out. Hey guys, if you liked that video, hit the thumbs up button for us. It goes a long way towards helping out the channel. And if you're new here, hit that subscribe button in the upper corner for new videos every Sunday. Be glad to have you along for the ride.